Being surrounded by Apple products is a luxury for many of us, and this magic has been created by its founders, Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak. The company became the first to cross the $1 trillion mark in 2018 and is currently worth more than $3 trillion, making it wealthier than 183 countries. Isn't it fascinating? On the other hand, comparing countries with a firm will be unfair. The issue here is that if a single corporation has such massive net worth, it raises concerns about the entire economy becoming too big to fail in the market. Let's take a look at this case study together. Welcome to Wealthy Mindset, where we explore unique and breathtaking angles from the world of money, economics, personal finance, and investing. But before we dive into it, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Also, click on the bell icon right there so you never miss any of our subsequent videos. It was after 47 years of NASDAQ's existence that the index finally got its first ever billion-dollar company, Apple Inc., the first ever tech company to reach that milestone. Money brings power, the kind of power that can determine a country's economic fate. To explain this in detail, first let us understand the meaning of too big to fail. In very simple terms, when a company becomes so big in terms of its net worth and finances, it fails not only in that country, but the whole world. Therefore, to protect those companies, the government has to issue bailout packages. For instance, in 2008, the collapse of Layman Brothers, which was the fourth largest investment bank in the United States, was responsible for the entire Great Recession, creating a domino effect on the other banks. To save the associated companies, the US government issued a bailout package of $700 billion in the name of the Troubled Asset Relief Program, TARF. Now looking at these top tech giants, are we again making the same mistake? The minimal level of scrutiny these corporations have received throughout this time period is cause for concern. iOS has about 1 billion users, making it possible for 1 out of 10 people on Earth to utilize it. They have their own app store, their own apps, and software driving traffic on the internet. Each application must pay a 30% fee to be included in the App Store. Apple plays a very vital role when it comes to social and economic consequences. Even if we talk about companies like Facebook and Google, the different kinds of problems they solve are quite immense and unique. What will happen to the flow of knowledge if they close down and go bankrupt? How will people connect over the internet? No doubt we have other search engines available, but they will take time to process and understand such a large user base. The same can be said about Amazon, which manages the operations of multiple wholesalers and retailers. It is undoubtedly true, as these are some of the businesses that control the power of an economy. The phrase too big to fail became popular during the global financial crisis of 2008, which resulted in several new financial regulations. Because the banking and insurance sectors had the most significant failures, the Dodd-Frank Act, Basel III rules, and bailout packages were primarily focused on these industries. Today, the world is highly driven by these tech giants, and they dominate the economic and social power of any country. For example, during the COVID era, people were glued to their Apple devices, but the company suffered when they were forced to close its retail outlets. Apple lost $435 billion in just a few days, but due to increased demand in the technology sector, the stock price of Apple surged to $120 from $37 in 2019. This indicates Apple's ability to handle these massive shockwaves without any external help. In our opinion, companies reaching a point where they are too big to fail is a serious concern. With the kind of monopoly and dominance these giants hold, not only in the American market, but also in global markets, failures in Facebook, Google, Amazon, Apple in their software business, and YouTube will have a domino effect on the market. Although these companies appear strong and appealing, they have been accused of violating consumer privacy. Google and Facebook are the two dominant players on whom these allegations have been imposed. It's difficult to predict whether or not these prohibitions and allegations will have a negative impact on the company's operations, but they are surely having an impact on their business in various regions. We can't forget some of the big companies like Nokia, BlackBerry, and Kodak were once the big names of their time. Now those names have disappeared. Any company can fail. Today, any innovation Apple brings to their phones can easily be copied and replicated in devices within months, reducing their market share. In order to face this challenge, Apple is now promoting itself by building a software powerhouse. This is from our side. Nobody knows the future, but we would love to hear your side of the story. Tell us how you guys feel about it. If you enjoyed this video, slap a like on it and subscribe to the channel to stay updated with the latest business trends and interesting facts. You can also turn on the bell notifications so you don't miss any of our mind-blowing videos. We'll catch you in the next one. Until then, bye!